Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th episode of the second season of Mairimashita Iruma-kun. And last episode, it was a bit of a celebratory episode. You know, we all did pretty well on our tests. We had like party, karaoke, and girls talk. We had a lot of exciting stuff happen last episode. Also found out a little bit about our teacher Balam and how he's kind of a human lie detector with his buzzer ability. So definitely something that would come in handy in any kind of teacher role for sure. Be able to tell when if your student really did have his cat eat his homework or if he's trying to cheat on a test or something. You know, very useful ability. So let's jump into this episode and see what's up. 3, 2, 1, play. That's definitely something to be happy about. Oh, what's up? All right, that did happen. That did happen. I completely forgot about that. I want a promotion? Oh, we're gonna keep it secret. No. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. You know, just because you said that, that's probably not true. My foot itches. Okay. I'm kind of with you there. Or if it's connected to the arrangement that those two just made. Also, Balam is rank 8. We also found that out last episode. Turmoil. And opening. No satisfaction. Oh. I'm never gonna get used to these ridiculous English-Japanese blended lyrics. Oi, 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 oi. Makama. Oh. And our title, Kalego Sensei's home visit. Okay, that sounds terrifying. Okay, I guess you wouldn't be too happy with that either. But no matter how much you hate it, just think the students probably hate it more. Do they even do these sort of things anymore, the home visits? That is definitely true. I remember the manga Kodomo no Jikan made it very clear that nobody really likes these home visit things. It's just trouble for everyone involved, and of course the student's not going to like it too much. Was this the idea that was... Yeah. I look forward to him going to Clara's house. That's just something I need in my life. Okay, starting with Ellis. Oh yeah, I forgot. Kinda forgot how appealing his mother was. Do you talk to your parents, boy? Oh my god, sister! Alice Nisama. Oh, she's adorable. I mean, they're both adorable. They're doing to play favorites. The poor neglected Nimoto. Iruma has some enemies for life he doesn't know about. Ow. Ouch. He just has such a crazy obsession with Iruma. Which has always been pretty funny, but now it's a little bit depressing because of this new context added to it. You never even met him. That's the one thing he will not allow you to say. Nitama. Yeah, this is Alice's family. Well, yeah, I mean, Iruma. Right, he's that type. The unapproachable type. If I had known, but I'd say he was in love with Iruma. Because, yeah, he very much comes across as like a Otome in love kind of character. Right. You shouldn't neglect others, though. You know, family should probably, yeah. Are they outrunning you? Like 3 feet tall. If that. Also, their outfit's not good for running, so... Rather you haven't cut up is pretty sad. And this is just the first house. This is gonna be a long day for Kaleko-sensei. Oh, I think that's Clara's house. I think it is. Yo. Oh, Koso, yeah, Yokoso. Welcome, my teacher. Closes the door immediately. I was hoping he would do that. Well, I mean, he essentially did that. Someone who does not neglect their family. Yeah, Clara. You are in for a treat, sir. We do song and dance numbers here. Oh, she at... Here we go. Damn that outfit. And he thought Alice's house was trouble. You know, none of that was really surprising. He's a constellation. It's like, get off of me. Don't you feel welcome, Sensei? Yeah, you just got here. We only did one song number. Yeah, what else did you drop? Urara Meirocho. What is his normalcy? So he's the oldest brother. It just feels kind of wrong. I can barely tell it's supposed to be a boy. I mean, those legs. I was wondering what he was gonna say. Yeah, weirdos like him. Never. She is an absolute angel. That's not nice. I can agree with that much. Mama. Man, that's like the closest praise we've ever gotten from him. Yeah, don't. You gotta pay attention to everything you said. It's time for the second song already? You're gonna be here for a while, Sensei. You thought an hour was a long time. Case in point. Okay. Well, who's next? I don't know if they'll show any other ones, but surely it at least shows Inuma's, right? Garp Dojo. Oh, he is big. There's just gonna be no normal visits, are there? Where are you putting your hand? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, he did say he was single earlier. Oh, Nei-chan, okay, that was like the mother. His sanity, whatever was left, is just gonna be gone by the end of the day. Oh, hurt him. It's getting heavier and heavier. Yeah, Inuma's house. Of course, we gotta show it. Welcome, Sensei. Let's play. What are you doing? Opera, thank you for reminding me what his name was. I just could not remember. So this probably was his idea then. I was wondering, that kind of confirmed it for me. Yeah, senpai kohai dynamic. He just wanted to do this idea because he knew Lego would hate it. Because he knows him well enough to know that he would hate it. Some things never change. Poon, poon. Yeah, no wonder we did not like the Clara house one bit. Yeah, I'm sure he just had lots of friends. Bizarre grudges. Do you just perhaps lack some self-awareness? Like you probably just piss people off a lot. A very specific amount. Bancho. So yeah, rumors definitely flying around. Also, she's cute. And there's Balan. They did say they were like friends, so. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of people like that. Yeah, who else could it possibly be? Who was that? Yeah, could you imagine a school without Amiri to keep discipline? Oh, was it opera? Just literal pile of. Okay, because I do see cat ears. So. So now what you gonna do about it? At least we confirmed it was probably, yeah, a misunderstanding. Would not have guessed he was a senpai out of that. It's probably one of the biggest surprises. Yeah, we were here for a purpose, weren't we? Now that I know that he's a senpai out of this, it, yeah, makes sense. That's a good point. He should know all about what happens at school. I mean, as much as Kaleko would. But all studying. It's not really his fault, though. Yeah, I mean, he's not a slacker, we knew that. I can't read that demon writing. I'll take your word for it. He does his job. He may grumble a lot, but he does his job. He did go to everyone's houses after all, despite not wanting to. It does say a lot. He did get that costume after all. Yeah, there's definitely some anime characters that could learn that lesson. It's actually, it turned out more wholesome than I expected. Wow, he really did want Kalego to stay. Because that's why we had this be the last one, so we could, so we'd have nowhere else he needed to go, so he could stay. All planned out. It is also very fluffy. Damn, the retaliation. She's still calling him that. He really does. As always, the only time he smiles is when he's doing something like this. Oh, that's cool. Episode's almost over, though. You've come to play. Everyone's come to play. Oh, I thought that was water park at first. I got excited, but I guess water park is cool too. That's what it means. But please come. I really don't think he has other plans, yeah. We'll have to really enjoy ourselves there next episode, because there's no way we have time for that now. A lot of things are. But now that I've made friends, it's a much different place. Well, I didn't either until just now. And damn, what's gonna happen at the amusement park? It's supposed to be a place of fun. Although it is a demon amusement park, so, you know, gotta take that into consideration. Overall, pretty wholesome episode. Pretty... I don't remember if I said anything before, but I had been waiting for some good old Clara family silliness, so I'm glad we got to this episode. Okay. Never paid attention before, but there's a song called My Theme with the mom being the kanji for demon. That's pretty funny if that's what that is. And Tsukima? No. We do have a singer though. A map. Gotta have that map. Jesus Christ, that's a big bag. I know, right? It's like 10 times bigger than Iruma is. Still, I think we could cut back a little bit on the stuff. He'll be fine, maybe, probably, hopefully. Okay, now you have my curiosity. What do you have, Tsukima? There's gonna be nothing left. 13 days. Yeah, why would that be important to bring with you on a temporary trip? Ouch. Sullivan was deemed unnecessary. That's pretty tragic. Okay, that was the 12th episode of Mairimashita Iruma-kun Season 2. And this was a pretty good episode. I mean, we had a bit of a reminder of the one incident that Opera did help Sullivan out with. And apparently he came to collect the debt he got that day. And it turned out the debt was basically establishing an excuse for Callegro to come to Iruma's place. And the excuse essentially was home visits for everyone. Oh, poor Callegro, man. He did not want to have to do that, but at the same time, he is a serious, proper teacher. He's going to do the job that he's given to the best of his abilities, even if he's not excited about it. You know, even if he's kind of a dick, he still takes his job very seriously. You know, he does his best as a teacher at the end of the day, for the most part. And he went to all sorts of houses. I mean, the ones that got the most focus, as expected, was Alice, Clara, and Iruma. Alice was up first, and we already kind of knew that Alice had a weird obsession with Iruma. Like, that's been a big gag in the show, and that was one of the biggest topics of discussion during the home visit, which didn't even involve the parents, like not even the mother. It was just Alice, and the two sisters show up at some point, and they're not fans at all of his obsession with Iruma. Like, they have kind of some resentment towards him because he's kind of the target of Oni-chan's feelings, right? So the reason they're getting neglected. So that was pretty funny. That whole thing was just great. He just ended up chasing them after a while. Oh, that was great. Then we had Clara. I mean, Clara was everything I could have hoped for. You know, big old grand welcoming. We break out into song. We try to involve the teacher in it as best we can. It was everything you could expect. But then we transitioned into a bit more of a normal home visit. And also the brother was like the only normal one out of the family, but he's, you know, the weird one in that respect, right? So that's pretty great. But I mean, yeah, he talked about Clara. He had some positive things to say, some negative things, and they kind of mostly focused on the positive, right? But a couple hours later, he did eventually get to leave and go to everyone else's house, which eventually ended up with Iruma, where he got to hang out with Opera, who apparently was his schoolmate, his senpai as well. So yeah, Opera was pretty excited to see him, which was great. Just having a good time. I did initially miss that he was the senpai out of the relationship, even though they did make that clear. I just kind of missed it. But after we had the full-on flashback, eventually it did register with me. The flashback itself was cool, getting to see younger Callegro, younger Balam, and younger Opera just sitting on a giant pile of corpses. I mean, they probably weren't actually dead, but still on a giant pile of bodies. He just really wanted Callegro to stay over. Yeah, we saw the notebook, saw how hard Callegro works as a teacher, and we made him into his fluffy form. He did retaliate though. He broke out the extra homework, and of course an evil smirk to accompany it. You know, that's just who he is as a person, right? And we did make plans for the next episode. We're gonna go to Walterland, an amusement park, which should be a lot of fun. That's the first time he's ever went there. First time he's ever went out with like a big group of friends. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Except the narrator kind of spoiled that something big's gonna go down, but I guess it is something to look forward to. I don't know if that's the best way to put it because it's something bad, probably, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, good episode. So. Thank you for watching. Hope you click that like button, support me on Patreon, and watch more of my videos. But for now, bye-bye.